Okay, we're just logging in. Let me see if we are online. I'm struggling to hear my guests today for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I think we are live. Yeah, okay, cool, great stuff. All right, good morning. Good morning, everybody who's here. We're so happy to have you. Happy Monday. You know, usually a normal Monday, we'd be going up and down. We'd be, taxi rank 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. Ish. But these days things are different. These days things are different. We're sitting at home. We're trying to solve problems from our couches. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, welcome to the show. The Cup Dinner is hosting daily conversations, authentic conversations with entrepreneurs, with hustlers, with people who are flourishing in their spaces, with innovators, with creators, every day to give us tips on how to direct this whole entrepreneurship thing, especially now during the lockdown. Well, we are joined in by Spm Adi. Let me just put him on the screen. Hi, Spiwe.
How are you? Can you hear me now?
Yay! I'm great. I
Excellent.
can
Now
hear
you
you
can hear me.
now. Yes. Are you good?
Okay. Yes, I am. And yourself?
I'm great, thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
How have you been holding? How have you been holding up? I know that you are in the finance department, so you didn't exactly experience the lockdown. But how's everything been for you?
I'll start personally, psychologically.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think it's sort of like the lockdown is playing with everybody's psyche.
Yes.
They're starting to feel, a bit lonely, disconnected, anxious about the future. Most of us. But all we can do is just push on. As far as my
Yeah.
career is concerned, I'm full time into lecturing at the moment,
Yes.
and we've been doing everything. We've started with online teaching and learning,
Nice.
and that's been quite very steady and surely because we just want to rescue the year. Yeah.
By online learning, are you saying that you're giving financial tips online to clients, entrepreneurs, and everyone who's available for those classes?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that as well. Advising them, people, small businesses, especially, they've been hard
Yes.
hit
Yes.
by the lockdown, and they're feeling the brunt. So they're kind of like scrambling. What can we do? What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
For the lockdown, what is the first step that I need? Because those will be the most pertinent steps.
Yes.
That will determine whether you sink or swim after the
Mm.
whole after.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe you can just go in a bit on on your current job title before we jump into business. Before we jump into today's topic, which we'll be addressing about facing failure in business.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm employed by a university, lecturing accounting and auditing. On top of that, I do business mentorships,
Mm-hmm.
sort of like consulting and advice. I have ran a couple of businesses even myself.
Mm.
We'll pack that a little bit later on as to what happened if the
Yeah.
need arises. But yeah, otherwise, I think business is a space where everybody needs to be, especially that we actually in today's modern day. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so
A lot of uncertainty. I mean, are we going to make
I
it?
know.
I know a lot of businesses are retrenching, and they're not going to be hiring. So if you're looking for a job, you're in trouble, especially if you cannot provide that skill from home. Is what we realize. I mean, the people who've been occupied the most are the people who have the business tools. I mean, the technology to be able to connect to their clients during this time, which I think is very important. So as we try to, find other ways to make money during this time, I think technology must just incorporate like 80% of your business plan.
Of course,
Yeah.
this whole thing, it's sort of like a. I like to always see the positive in everything. I don't know. I do like to see at the end of this, say, this whole period is will be sort of like a blessing in disguise in a way, because we revolutionizing the way we do business. We're revolutionizing the way that we meet our clients.
Yes.
The way we try and connect and get our message across. We're going more and more digital, which is a great space.
Yeah.
You are able to cut costs while maximizing on your client
Actually.
and ensuring that you are able to push your product. So
Okay.
instead of thinking, just swim and think of all the other
Go
things
swim.
you implement in your business.
No, for sure. Maybe let's take it back to you personally.
Yes.
You've run more than one business that
Yes.
the businesses and they did not succeed.
That's
Maybe take us
correct, yeah.
through what those businesses were first.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first business I ran, I think about 5-6 years ago, it was an accounting firm that I had a thriving office in Durban city center, servicing your typical small businesses, because I'm very passionate about small businesses,
Yes. Of course.
government as well. Yes. So servicing those businesses, it didn't fail per se. I sold because I took on extra studies. I started my
Okay.
PhD, and I said, I will not be able to give it the nurturing that my business deserves.
Okay.
So let me rather sell it to somebody who will appreciate and nurture the essentials that it needed. The second business that I had was a trucking company. It is a great industry to be in. Lots and lots of rewards to be reaped right there.
Were you moving goods? What were you renting out trucks?
Yes, we had our own fleet of trucks moving goods within the city and across provinces as well.
Yeah.
Itself and 3 others, point blank and blatantly putting it, this failed because of maladministration.
Yes.
Within the 3 owners, the one was entrusted with sort of like bringing in clientele. One was entrusted with managing the day-to-day running of the business, and I was entrusted with the finance of the business. All right. Yeah. So how that came about, I don't want to go all the way deep, but there was a bit of break in communication between the 3 shareholders, mistrust as well, and allegations of fraud was also uncovered, and we had to liquidate the business and part with in that sense. Yeah.
No, I hear you. I mean, I want to say I'm sorry, but you don't seem to.
It's fine. It's fine. Yes.
The nature of business, if as a hustler, you must be prepared for at least 2 things.
Yes.
Either you're going to make money or you're going to fail.
Of
Whichever
course,
comes first, you must be ready. Obviously, you can never be ready enough for failure, but it's part of the game,
Yes,
and that's something we need to. It took me a very long time to get over the fact that my first business ever did not flourish. I spent years, beyond the business failing, trying to figure out why.
it failed. Yeah.
I was trying to personalize it instead of looking at the facts. And I think it's better for you because you're from an accounting background, right? But for anyone else, you're thinking, no, I'm the one who's wrong. I'm the one who didn't do this. I'm the one who didn't do that. Kanti, there's a whole lot of factors that add up to that. Are your systems in place? Is your team in place? Do you even know who your team is? Do you understand your products? Do you understand your clientele? So these conversations are very important because, they're eye openers for other people as well. And I just want to ask, being where you are now, are you currently running any side hustles?
Um,
Successfully?
when lockdown hit,
Mhm.
I was supposed to have launched my third business this February. I wanted it to sort of like have the whole entire year perfectioning the business, getting my supply in order, making sure that I create enough demand as well, because it's a lifestyle, sort of like a business.
Okay.
Your typical restaurant
Mm.
filled with the shisanyama, and obviously selling booze as well. So I had all the processes in place. I obtained my liquor license, bought a place, had it nicely up and done. Luckily, I bought a place. I didn't rent it, because otherwise I would be having a
What's happening
month-to-month
right now?
recurring expense, recurring expense, which are some of the things that people in during this COVID-19 phase they're facing.
Mm.
The landlords want rents, and there's
Yes,
no
of
cash.
course.
Yeah, there's absolutely no cash coming into the
Yeah.
business. So yeah, I had to just put it on hold when everything started. I was like, no, it's fine. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Again, it all boiled down to my proper planning. I looked
Mm-hmm,
at all.
mm-hmm.
We understand that the coronavirus started in China, so I focused more on what were people doing in China when this whole thing started. When
That's very
businesses
interesting.
Yes, when businesses were being closed, I sort of like learned, and I said, no, wait, I can't start a business now.
Yes.
This thing comes to South Africa, then I'm going to close. I'm going to close my
Yeah.
doors. Even, started selling a single.
I think one of our challenges is that we did not anticipate that it would affect us South Africans this much, because I mean, coming to us, it moved at a very slow pace. So when it finally
Absolutely.
hit, and then I remember my team and I went into self-isolation 2 weeks before the president did a call out. So
Yes.
I would say our executives were sort of kind of prepared, and they put us in place, but not everybody was that prepared. So it's crazy, but like you
It
said, there's
is. It is.
opportunities within this time, and we must just utilize, and
Of
scale
course.
through
Of
it. Because
course.
the
Of course.
reality is that there are businesses that are making money during this time.
Yes.
I've also been sharing some tips on my page on which, like, not for people who are doing business, but what you can actually do in the meantime to get some money in. And most of these opportunities are actually from abroad.
Oh,
So
yes.
there are opportunities. If you're looking in the right place, you will find them. Okay, let's wrap this up real quickly.
Yes.
Siwe, just want to ask, I'm sure you've learned a lot of things, right, from running
Yes.
businesses and then failing and then moving beyond that. What would you say are the 10, not 10, what would you say are the two
I have
takeaways?
6.
Oh, you have 6, great.
I have
Hit me
6.
with it. Hit me with it.
Okay. Well, as with everything, I think decisive leadership is quite very important.
Yes.
It needs to start with yourself. You need to be the leader that you would want to put in place to make
Mm-hmm.
things happen. Whenever you look at somebody and say, oh my God, they're running a business, that needs to be you. That you
Yeah.
need to lead in that way. And most of the successful leadership styles is you need to have a combination of both, which is transactional and transformational. Transactional is that one where you are able to supervise, organize a team work and so forth. And transformational is you're able to inspire people, motivate so that they can work
Yeah.
even if you're present. All right. Also, lacking that uniqueness in your
Yes.
business, yeah,
Stand out.
exactly, because most people you're gonna come up with an idea and they're gonna say, okay, so what do you have to offer? So if you
Oh,
have,
we've seen this before, right?
yeah, if you have to think about that, you must
Mm,
know your clients have been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So you need to think of something that is unique. What are you coming with? Develop a customized approach or service package that is not out there.
Yes.
Also, not being in touch with your customers. Having that gap between yourself and your customers, by all means, bridge that gap.
Yeah.
If technology that's becoming a problem, learn,
Yes.
immerse in technology, infuse in your business, bring your customers a lot because in that sense, you're able to service them easily.
Yeah. It doesn't have to take out a product that nobody wants.
Exactly. And you actually get to build a relationship with your customers in most cases if you do that. And brand loyalty still plays a very, very strong it's still sort of like center stage in having to thrive as a business. Conduct surveys, market research, see what else can you infuse in your business.
Yes.
And then also the fourth reason is your business model. If your business model is to make a profit, that is what you should always strive to do: make a profit.
Always. I'm not doing anything that's not bringing me money at this moment. If it does not make money, it doesn't make sense. If it's not making money, it's not a business. It's a hobby.
Exactly. You can do your corporate social responsibility from a profitable running business. It is possible as well. But run your business idea. Make sure that it is sound and it's make profits for you. Research, review, business plan. I know whenever you talk up to people and you talk about business plan, they're like, "Oh, okay." It's still an important aspect of having to start run a business and run it and make it successful. Your business plan should be a document where I can give you, Mbali, and without having any input from me, you will start and run my business the way that I was going to.
Yes.
And that's the whole business plan.
Yes, it goes back to systems.
Exactly. The fifth or the second last one is poor financial management.
Yeah.
40 businesses make a profit. 40% of small businesses make a profit, and the other 60 is split into two. 30 are breaking even, and 30 are actually losing money. All right. So the probability is quite high. So you should have professional accounting systems in place. If you're not accounting savvy, outsource it. It's fine. It's not a problem. You can outsource that. Have somebody take care of the accounting function. But whenever you're outsourcing something, I always say at the back of your head, take back. Learn as much as you can from whatever that you are outsourcing so that you can do it in-house, because in the long run, you're cutting costs.
Yes.
Off-the-shelf accounting systems as well. Because your accounting information at the end of the day, it's sort of like your blueprint of how you are operating. You're not operating in the dark. You're able to do your analytical review and see where my spending, where most expenses are and how I can actually cut those expenses. If you don't know your major expenses, you wouldn't know how to cut that major expense as well.
And an important lesson for small business owners: if you don't understand money, you are in trouble.
Exactly. On weekends,
how are you gonna make the sale? How are you gonna calculate how much you're short of? You constantly find yourself in debt and overspending and ridiculous things because you don't understand the game of numbers.
When I used to do, and I still do, help out with individual businesses with their books. People would bring me invoices, weekend invoices, receipts at 12 midnight, Saturday, Friday evening. And I'm like, please tell me that you were at least taking out a client. Because if that's not the crux of you having to be out midnight on a Friday using a business account, if it's not to generate future revenues, then you should not have been carrying that
Not be
business card
doing it. Yeah.
inward.
I
Yeah.
think another positive thing from the lockdown is that people actually just found out, you know what? That meeting should have been an email a long time ago.
See?
Already
Exactly.
sometimes we fight so hard to meet over the little things that we can just get over, within a minute on the phone, send an email, cut it. Don't meet anyone unless you're signing a deal. That's how you're making your
Yes,
money. If you're just meeting for
exactly.
coffee, you losing money. It's important.
You, I always see it as, if I'm gonna meet you and I'm gonna use my business to pay for lunch, dinner, or whatever, what future profits am I, or rather future revenues am I gonna get from this
Yeah,
meeting? I need to get future revenues from this meeting, and not
yeah,
just do it for the sake of doing it. And my last reason is rapid growth.
yeah,
It doesn't kill to have this huge idea and huge imagination. But at the end of the day, when you start little and you refine your craft and you do it to the best of your ability, you
yeah,
tend to learn new ways of having to reduce costs
yeah.
and increase profits. And when you do that, you can just replicate that same thing with whatever business strategy that you have. So you need to plan on your day-to-day operations. Look at your local and regional demographics, your spending trends, plan for future development as well. Um, I mean, I've heard of restaurants that were started in 1980s, family-owned restaurants. Two of them in the whole entire world.
Mm,
There's one in Madrid, there's one in the UK. You get people coming all from all parts of the world wanting
yeah.
to come to this restaurant because they have spent a lot of time and they've refined their craft. They've made sure that they are able to provide a service. They've modernized the way of doing. They
Mm-hmm.
have, because it takes a lot to run a
Yeah.
successful business. At
Thank
the
you
end of the
so much for
day,
that.
okay. And just lastly, at the end of the day, I want us to run our business based on decisive action, but and not chosen actions. Because what I like might not work
Yes,
for
yes,
business.
yes.
It's all my personal preference. So
Yeah.
therefore, I'm making all my decisions from my choices. If I
Yes.
make decisions from the information that I've gathered, now that becomes a decision.
Market
Because
research, market research, market research.
exactly.
Thank you so, so much for that skill. We're gonna have our two pitches on for today. Hopefully they were listening in. I mean, because you did touch on a couple of things that I think they're gonna use for their pitching. Hi Kalani, hi Maseli, are you guys good?
I'm Bali.
Hi guys. So thank you so much for joining us. Umuseli from Axiom Private Tutoring is gonna go on first, and then Olan you'll go after, right? These are the 5 important things that your pitch must highlight. You guys are gonna get 1 minute each, and then you'll get some feedback from Uspiwe. Is that cool? So one, have a clearly defined problem statement, what problem you're addressing, the proposed solution. Your business model must be clearly defined. What is your competitive advantage and what you are asking for? You guys had this in your brief, so we're gonna have Umuseli go on first. Actually, I don't have a timer. Pure, do you have a timer there with you?
Yes, I can
You
probably
said
use my
3 minutes.
phone.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's give them
Is
let's
it
give
one
them
minute or
1 minute.
3 minutes in Bali?
1 minute. If we're generous, we'll give you guys 30 seconds more.
I said 3 minutes, but it's fine. I can go.
Oh, did you say 3 minutes to you?
I said
Yeah,
three
no.
minutes.
As a hustler, you must move like an amoeba, must just be willing to change whenever. All right, Museli, on.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Mosedi. I'm the founder of Axiom Private Tutoring. Axiom Private Tutoring was formed in 2010, and we have been operating since 2014 for 6 years. So we have a high number of learners who never make it to varsity. We have seen it, happening. If they do, they can't complete. They can't complete it, or they can perform very badly. Children grow up. A lot of children grow up, receiving a lot of handouts and a great dependency mentality. So what they need is actually motivation, a drive to excel, a drive to work at their full capacity. So we saw a gap, we jump in, trying to solve the core problem of equipping them with skills required to excel academically while motivating and inspiring them. So what we decided to do, we decided to build a, a smaller group tutoring, which allow them to be able to get one-on-one basis without breaking the parents' bank balance.
Okay. No, I was just giving you a heads up to wrap it up. Was that it? Was that your 1 minute pitch?
No
Are you done?
problem. Thanks. Thanks. I can wrap it up quickly. So we have got a maximum number that we have is 8 learners.
You were on last week, and they gave you tips to say, hey, if your story is too long, maybe you don't know your story. So it's okay. We'll let you go on for now. We'll add 30 more seconds to it. 30 more seconds, and then
30 more seconds. Maybe just tell Moseli on how do you guys make your revenues.
Yeah. And then don't forget to ask. At the end of the day, you're pitching because you need assistance from our viewers. You need that hand, that helping hand. So what is it exactly that you're asking for?
All right. So we let's just touch with revenue first, and then I can get to the ask. So because we focus. All right. So because we focus on a smaller group, the parents pay individually. With the learners being in the smaller groups, and we charge customized pricing based on the smaller groups. So currently what we are looking at more clients. We serve in a year, we serve over 200 students, and we have 98% of results. And we are currently looking for more business. We are currently looking for more students to help now that we are doing online tutoring. We are going to open branches. We are opening Pretoria in August. So we want to be all over the country. So we are looking for funding as well. So if you have got deep pockets, come through.
All right.
This man is not playing. Thank you, Maseli. And then we're going to move on to Ukolani Kungwayo from Relish Music. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am, it is really
All right, cool. Let's go on. Clearly defined problem, your proposed solution, your business model, your competitive advantage, what makes you stand out, and then what you're asking for from our viewers. Let's go.
okay. The best way for me to describe my idea, I have to tell you how I came up with it. It was back in 2007 when I studied sound engineering, music theory, and production at Soul Candy's Institute of Music. I was in the same class as DJ Zinhle. We were two generations ahead from Aero Manielos and DJ Shimzas of this world. It took me 5 years to build my own recording studio. I had to give up my own bedroom and create a studio setup. From 2012 up until now, I did over 100 records. I'm talking about radio demos, singles, and also jingles and stuff like that. Mm, Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tolani Kungwayo, and I'm delighted to be here. I come from an independent recording label called Relish Music World, and I'm here to ask for your assistance in making this company initiate. I'm talking about PA systems and studio uplifting, including marketing leakages. The market size is so huge in a way that its compound annual growth is sitting at 177 billion, and only music will take away 2.9 billion from that in terms of live streams and also performances and stuff like that. I'm talking all races, all ages, with this high usage of mobile internet. And so now My call center
Yay! Okay. You shouldn't have stopped. You gave me a chance to jump in. All right, Stuart, I'm gonna give it to you from from a financial background. What do you think of those two pitches? Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for pitching. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for allowing us, to put you on the platform and putting your businesses out there. Your next funder might be watching. Your next investor might be, but your next business partner might be watching. So let's
Okay.
get some feedback from Stuart.
Okay. All right. Kolani and Museli, do you just by indication, yes or no? Do you guys both have a business plan?
Yes, yes, I do
Yeah.
have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What I would want you to maybe do is Colin, to go back. I understand you gave us stats as far as what the industry is concerned, but boil it down to your business, because each and every any investor in who'd want to invest in your future,
Yeah.
they want to see it right there. How much are you going to make? How you're going to grow this business? Because at the end of the day, you have to understand that investors are looking at the return on their investment.
They want their money back.
That's the only thing that's running in their mind. If I want to
Mm,
put,
Okay.
am I
yeah.
going to get it back?
Yeah. I hear
And
all
the
these
only,
great things that you're doing, but when am I going to get my money back? And how am I going to get my money back?
yes.
Yeah.
For example, you've given us the stats. It's a huge industry, very competitive, very very. I mean, I always say there's space for each and every of us in business. Any business, you just have to go in there and again
Yeah.
do everything correctly and do it right. So those stats needs to boil down to what your business it needs to speak to your business, but not the industry at large. It's very good
Mm.
to understand what's happening
Personalize it.
outside.
Personalize it. Own it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, you offering a service, it's a service business. It's a very good a service business, and I like the fact that now you've moved to tutoring online. So you understand that, oopsie, we can't now tutor face to face because we have to keep our social distancing. Let's
Yes.
move online as well. I'm sure you've modified your business plan accordingly, right?
Right.
um, um, in as far as expansion, I'm always for expansion. Again, I don't have the full idea of where you are in your business at the moment.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to start advising you to say, yes, advise, you move to Pretoria, move to Joburg, move to the Eastern Cape and all the other provinces. What I would want to say is, if you have perfected your current offering to the clients that you are offering at the moment, and you are able to keep your business afloat without breaking even
Mm-hmm.
or signing to making a loss or something like that, then you can start expanding, because it
Yeah.
means you've done something right
Yeah.
and you're just replicating that same thing in a different location.
Mm. Thank you so
Okay.
much for that, Spiwe. I just want to ask, okay, so let me start with Kolani. Kolani, I liked your pitch because, I've seen 9 times out of 10, the pitches that come forth are the pitches that tell the story. You understand? You personalize it. It has to be heartfelt. You have to tell people, make it yours. This is where I started. This is who I am. This is who I'm trying to save from this. And this is who will benefit from this. But it's all facts. But when you make it a story, that's when people are actually like, oh wow, did you really do that? So remember, at the end of the day, as a business, you're buying people's emotions. You have to convince them first to believe in you before they even believe in your product. So I really liked that about your pitch. And then move on to Omoseli. I just want to ask, do you have like package sessions that are available on your website? Um, Maybe the 101 on how to do algebra. Do you have like package sessions that when people log into your website, they don't really have to book a session, but they can click on here and then have a 30-minute session? they might be paying for, might not be paying for, I say they must pay for it. You know, do you have sessions like that on your website?
We don't have on our website. So currently, what we are doing, we have established a YouTube channel. Yeah, so that's where we're gonna have more sessions happening. So, but if you go to even our Facebook page, you will see some of the samples.
Okay. All right. No, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Piwe, you've been awesome.
Thank you.
And Olani and Museli, would still like to share your details as well on our page where people can find you and things like that. Um, if that's okay with you guys, a short brief with the images that you guys use for your businesses, you know, put them on our page. You never know who's out there. You never know who's looking at them, right? Yeah, thank you so much for being brave. Thank you for gathering the courage. Please do join us again tomorrow for another session, you know, as we continue these dialogues with, you know, innovators, creators, entrepreneurs. If you'd like to be part of the session, hit us up in the DMs. If you would like assistance on purchase order funding, please just use the number on your screen right now. There it is. 0605085188 if you'd like assistance with purchase order funding. Use that or Dr. Life's Good as a reference so that we can help track your application. Thank you so much.